Hey there everybody, Matthew Armstrong here on day 72, this 100-day financial freedom challenge. And in this video I am going to deliver to you the great secret of the rich. This is the one. This is the greatest secret of the rich, and once you get this distinction, that's it. Life will never be the same again. So I just want to give you a bit of insight and an awareness around maybe where you're at. Because sometimes quite often we need to know where we're at before we can go to where we want to get to. You know, using kind of the analogy of a map reader. You know, if you get dropped off, and I remember from being in the Marines, we get dropped off in a helicopter in the middle of like nowhere, and we'd have to find out where we were. We wouldn't be told where we were, but we'd have to find out where we were before we can go to where we want to go. We would have a destination where we need to get to, but to get to that destination with a map, you first will need to find out where you are so you can actually put your compass to the right direction to actually start going in that direction, right? So to find out where you are, you've got to find landmarks, and then you've got to do a resection, and you've got to reverse the grid reference and all that sort of stuff, and you get three points that triangulate, and then you find out where you are. It's actually not too complicated, but complicated enough actually. So wherever you are in life, you've got to find out where you are right now and be real about it. Don't be in a dream, and be real about where you are right now, so then you can start to make steps up to where you want to go in life. And there's a difference. There's three things. There's financial security, there's financial independence, financial freedom. And in this video we're going to shed some light on those three things, and also the great secret of the rich as well. So this is there's going to be a lot of content in this one, and a lot of powerful stuff. So listen in. So let's see where we can start. We'll start with a sip of green tea. That's what we need. I'm fueled on green tea at the minute. But yeah, that's where we needed to start. Okay. So where most people are. Most people are not financially secure, not financially independent, and not financially free for sure. Most people are actually living a life where they have more month at the end of the money than money at the end of the month, if you know what I mean, right? So most people are in a deficit at the end of every month when they get paid. They're actually running up heavier credit card bills, more debts, things like that. And I've been there. I was there for too long actually in that place, and maybe I was there just so I could really learn where I didn't want to be. So that's where most people are these days. That's the way that the Western world is set up. Well, it's the whole world now. The Eastern world, the Western world, it's all really the same these days. So that's where the world is set up these days. Is to put people in a deficit. Is to put people always trying to crawl their way out, always being controlled, always in that place of insecurity, and trying to fight for that security. And by being in that place, it actually keeps the level of consciousness of the people down, because they're always worried, they're always in a mild state of stress and anxiety about their financial situation, and that's most people's issue. So to get out of that, to be in a place of just let's just shed some light on what each category is, then we know where we want to be. So you find out where you're at. Maybe you're in that place where you at the end of every month you are actually in a more of a deficit each and every month, and then you maybe want to get to a place of financial security. And financial security is basically having you're still going to be working for your money, but you're going to have maybe 6 months money to, if everything collapsed, if your job collapsed and everything, you're going to have a buffer of maybe 6 months where you're going to have enough money to live for 6 months, to find other work, to start bringing in other money, to be able to do that, right? So that's financial security. There's no really such thing as financial security, or there's no such thing as job security for sure. But financial security is, just say that everything falls apart, you get sick or something, you have at least 6 months where all your bills are covered, all your expenses, and you can just have that buffer, So financial independence is then is having enough to cover all your bills, all your outgoings, and plus, give yourself some sort of lifestyle, some sort of entertainment, and be able to do sort of like nice things in life as well, and not have to work for the money. That's financial independence, where you don't actually have to work anymore because the income from your assets has made you independent, where you don't actually have to work anymore, but you're getting enough income that it just pays for everything you need, all your needs. It's not quite as far as your big dreams, but all your needs. And for most people, this is a much smaller amount than you might think. Most people, like for me personally, financial independence for me is $3,000 a month. It's a small amount, but we live fairly frugally, and we don't need that much. We live in a holiday type resort, and our lifestyle is like the people that come here on vacation. And what do you spend your money on? We just eat food and we go to the beach, and there's nothing big that we have to spend money on really. Everything is fairly inexpensive around here, so it's a great lifestyle, and we can live a great lifestyle for only $3,000 a month for our family. So some people might be a bit more depending on where you live. If you live in the city or whatever. But probably not much more. Between $3,000 and $5,000 is probably for most people, or even less for some people if you're single. Maybe for some people it's only $1,000. I know people who live on $1,000 and they're quite happy with that. That pays for everything for them. Just very frugal. They don't need much, right? So achieving that isn't such a big deal, right? So achieving financial independence, you can see that this is very doable. It's doable in a very short period of time. You can do this in a few months. You can achieve financial independence in a few months, and that's an amazing thing, where you know that you don't actually have to work anymore, and you've got enough residual income coming in from the work you've done previously to keep you going for quite a long time, for many months or years to come. So then the next stage is financial freedom, and financial freedom is the next step above financial independence, where this is like where you can do whatever you want. It's like a freedom to be able to do whatever you want in the world and not have to worry about the cost, and be able to go where you want and hang out with who you want and do what you want and buy what you want, within reason. Like not that you're going to buy a city or something, but within reason. You can live an amazing lifestyle, and you can put a number on this. It's good to have a number on this, so then when you've achieved it, you can actually just ring the bell and go, okay, I've achieved this. I've achieved financial independence. Otherwise, you're always chasing it. And that's the difference between money and between wealth. Wealth is something that is an internal thing. Money is something that's an external thing. And we don't have to have money to actually feel wealthy or to actually be wealthy. Wealth is a mindset. Wealth is gratitude. Wealth is appreciation for everything that we have. Money on top of that is an external thing, which can magnify our wealth even more, and can give us just a great sort of lifestyle, and have us be able to do many, many things in the world that we wouldn't be able to do if we didn't have the money, right? Be able to, grow more, contribute more, and, things like that, right? So financial freedom, put a number on that. What's that for you? So you can ring that bell when you get there. For me, it's 30 grand a month. 30 grand a month, for me, that is financial freedom. 30 grand a month, I know that I've got lots of different dreams and things I want to do, and to have that, yes, I can do those things. Sure, it's still not going to allow me to maybe buy a city or something, or maybe have the private jet, but it's for me that's my number. 30 grand a month, that's me, financially free, where it's like money is no object anymore, so to speak, within reason. I can do amazing things and live an amazing lifestyle. But financial independence is much lower than that. It's what's that? 10% of it. It's three grand a month. Financial independence. So find out what your number is. Find out what your number is for financial independence. Find out what your number is for financial freedom, and then start making steps towards that. Get your vehicle, and that's what we have. When you click on the link below, there's your vehicle to achieve that in a very rapid time. You know, if you have the desire to do it, you can absolutely do it. You know, anyone can. It's pretty simple. It just takes desire and understanding, having an awareness of you can do it. You can actually do it. And when you realize you can do it, that's exciting. That brings enthusiasm to actually do it, right? If we don't believe we can do something, it's this paradox. If we don't believe we can do something, then we don't take action on it, then it doesn't happen. If we believe we can do something, then we take action on it, and it happens, you know? So if you want to create financial security, you know, that's not too hard. We can just save, and that can happen. If we want to create financial independence, then we need a money machine. Then we need a machine that makes us money. We put money into it and it gives us more money out, you know? And that's what we have. We have a vehicle that does that. And that's what you need, right? And then to create financial freedom, you just scale that. You just scale it up and make it bigger, and that's how you achieve that, right? And you can do that by clicking on the link below and making a decision and joining our team and doing that. So here's the great secret that I wanted to mention to you at the beginning of the video. The great secret of the rich. The great secret of the rich is, wait for it, spend less than you earn and invest the difference. Very, very simple. That's the great secret of the rich. Spend less than you earn and invest the difference. That's it. That's the great secret. Hope you got it. Go ahead and do it. That's all it is. You know, the great secrets are very, very simple. The difference between poverty and riches is just a simple shift in mindset. And so make sure you click on the link below, and I look forward to chatting you in the next video.